2020 was supposed to be their year, the year they had been dreaming of. But the world had different plans. When the world gave them chaos, they found harmony. When the world gave them problems, they found solutions. When the world threatened them, they found opportunity. And when the world needed help, they showed solidarity. Their experience was disrupted, but not their education. Their face-to-face time was diminished, but not their motivation. Their routine was challenged, but not their will to succeed. They have emerged from this as better professionals, better humans, ready to face the challenges the world will throw at them. Beyond prepared and tested to overcome any unforeseen adversity. Not only did they graduate with a world-class degree from a top university, they also earned a second degree in resilience. They make our community even stronger and will make yours too. Let the world know that the class of 2020, our very finest and soon to be yours, is ready to rebuild the future together.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome the graduating class of 2020. My name is Marie Gideon, and I am an Eyee alumnus of the Global MBA and the Executive Director of Masters of the School of Global and Public Affairs. Welcome, deans and distinguished members of the Eyee community, parents, friends. Welcome, Eyee staff, professors, partners, and alumni. And of course, welcome graduates. Welcome to the first ever Eyee University virtual graduation, which I have the pleasure of hosting today. Students and guests, I ask you to tweet throughout today's event using the hashtag #IEGraduation, and your posts will appear down here below. Now, before we get this party started, I ask you to stop for one moment and give yourselves a round of applause. Applaud your resilience through a challenging and uncertain time. Applaud your determination and hard work, which got you here today. Applaud yourself for rising to the challenge, enduring restless nights, rapidly adapting to a new way of virtual studies, for exploring new ways of connecting while remaining confined indoors. Applaud yourself for taking a stand against social injustices and demanding change. Applaud yourself for starting a new chapter in your life, stronger, more creative, more tech affluent, and more determined to face the uncertainties the future may hold. Now, let's begin the ceremony with a welcome from social media influencer in management education, avid writer, travel enthusiast, and president of Eyee University. Please give a warm welcome to Santiago Indiez de Osoño.
Founder and president of Eyee, Vice President of Eyee University, Executive Chairman of Inditex, members of the Eyee community, dear students, families, and friends. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2020 at Eyee University. It's an honor for me to make the opening address of a ceremony that is so important for you, for your families, and for our university. On behalf of the entire Eyee University community, I offer our warmest congratulations to our graduates for a well-deserved diploma that reflects their personal and professional caliber, as well as their intense dedication and performance. Looking back at the enormous efforts of our dear graduates, we all know better than they that they didn't do actually alone. We have to praise the efforts of those who have stood by them throughout the years, their loving family members and dear friends. To all of them, our heartfelt thanks and a warm virtual applause. Let me also take this opportunity to recognize all the members of Eyee University for their commitment, for their dedication and their hard work over the past weeks and over the years. When I'm asked about what is the secret of Eyee's success, I always respond, it's our people, their personal and professional caliber. And allow me to deeply appreciate again the work of our faculty and staff, our heads of departments, our program managers, our commercial, marketing, and communication teams, the members of our financial department, the people in operations, in maintenance, and the magicians of our learning, innovation, and IT supporting teams. Let me also make a special reference to our founder, Diego del Alcázar Silvela, and to his son and Vice President of Eyee University for their continuous support and commitment and their leadership during this time of crisis. The program our graduates just completed has been an opportunity to transform themselves and learn many different things. For example, the value of diversity and the importance of showing equal concern and respect for our fellow humans. They have also realized about the relevance of sustainability in our actions and decisions. They have become more entrepreneurial and innovative. They are aware about the potential of technology for making a better world. And they have become more human, better humans, by cultivating the humanities. This year we have faced tough challenges, probably the most dramatic difficulties in our history, and we still have to keep in alert. In response to these challenges, Eyee University has implemented hybrid formats of teaching across all of our programs. This has been achieved in a remarkably short time. Our objective with this switch to an online format was to both safeguard the health of our students, faculty and staff, while simultaneously meeting our educational commitments by continuing to meet the highest standards possible, given the challenging circumstances. I would like to offer my sincerest appreciation to all our students for their commitment, their sense of responsibility, and their understanding of the challenging circumstances we were facing together. I hope that for all students, this period has been an opportunity to learn and further enhance their profile as global citizens. Eyee University is one of the most innovative education institutions worldwide. The current pandemic has been a time to explore new formats and launching what we call liquid learning. Liquid learning at Eyee is an interactive educational experience that comprises the best methodologies, combined physical and digital environments, and adapted to students' most convenient time and location. Allow me a clarification. Liquid learning does not replace face-to-face classes, but rather includes and enhances physical interaction. Liquid learning is flexible, adaptable, intensive, user-friendly, even entertaining. These are the hallmarks of our methodology, combining online learning, synchronous and asynchronous, with classroom-based approach. It also allows for greater relations with other participants, in presence or in remote. It stretches the learning experience beyond the class session. It does not replace, but enhances learning in a traditional class. It provides true flipping the class experiences. We also have ambitious plans for expanding our campus. Next time you visit us in Madrid, we look forward to sharing our new state-of-the-art educational facilities in downtown Madrid. Allow me now to ask two things of you as graduates of our school. The first is that your personal and professional performance continues to adhere to the same standards of excellence in the future. As Eyee graduates, you are called on to create wealth and to make management, law, science, international and global affairs, architecture and design recognized and respected activities. In this increasingly globalized and interconnected world, our mission is to improve our environment, to create sustainable value and wealth, and to assume a commitment to social responsibility. You are not alone in this task. You have the support of the whole Eyee community. My second request is that you maintain your link with Eyee and talk about your experience on your program. Your example will give management and the rest of the professions, future generations, examples, and it will become a reference to our future students. The world needs references for good professional practices and how to be good citizens in all facets of human development. And I'm sure that your performance as competent and responsible professionals will play an exemplary role in society. For our part, we promise to support your efforts in this very important task. Eyee is a relatively young university that in very few years has gained a position among the most prestigious higher education institutions in the world. The underlying reason for this achievement is our faculty and our staff and our students. The reason for this success is you. You people sitting on the other side of the screen and those who have sat there before you over the last 3 decades. And our challenge for the future is to consolidate this prestige and to foster new initiatives that further strengthen our international position. This whole effort will translate into adding value to your degree. We want to follow your professional progress closely. Moreover, we need you. Your advice and your support will help us to improve our activities, to put into practice new projects, and to bring the members of our network closer together. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to participate actively in the initiatives of Eyee University, probably the most innovative institution in the world educational environment nowadays. We will need your support in many different ways, as associate professors, as advisors, as donors, as ambassadors of our institution, and of course, as the parents and grandparents of our future students. You can become part of this history. And in closing my speech, what I would like is to wish you the best for the future. I wish you luck, I wish you happiness, I wish you love, and I wish you also success. The class of 2020 will be remembered as one of Eyee University's best, a very special group of resilient leaders equipped to transform the world, to create a fairer and more equitable and sustainable global society. You have the full support of your Eyee community now and in the future. Class of 2020, congratulations and thank you. And now I'm so honored to welcome Paulo Isla, Executive Chairman of Inditex. Pablo Isla is a graduate in law from Complutense University in Madrid, and he became Spanish state attorney, attaining the top mark among his cohort. A few years after, he was appointed General Manager of Banco Popular Legal Services, General Director of State Assets at the Spanish Ministry of Economy, and afterwards, he was Chairman of Franco-Spanish Altadis Group, and in 2005, he joined Inditex. Since then, Pablo Isla has been recognized best performing CEO in the world by Harvard Business Review in 2017 and 2018, which highlighted his environmental, social, and governance leadership. And this year, Forbes magazine has selected him as the best CEO of the decade. As I'm sure you all know, Inditex is the world's largest fashion retailer with more than 170,000 employees, sales of 28.2 billion in 2019, and its products are available worldwide through more than 7,000 stores. Aside from his duties at Inditex, Paulo Isla finds time to sit on the board of a number of leading institutions, foundations, and companies, among them Nestlé, the Reina Sofia and Prado Museums, the Carolina Foundation, or the medical foundation POCNIC. Paulo, it's a privilege to welcome you as the keynote speaker of our graduation ceremony. You know that today we have more than 2,000 students connected from more than 100 countries. They are part of our class of 2020, an unforgettable class for our institution, strong and resilient. And we are looking forward to hearing your words about the challenges that you are facing at Inditex, the world's largest fashion retailer, with 8 brands such as Zara, selling in 200 markets and with stores in 96 of them. Many thanks for your time, Paulo.
Good afternoon, Santiago, and good afternoon to all those who are watching us online. Thank you so much to you and all the Eyee's university team for inviting me to participate in this virtual graduation ceremony. It is worthy of your merit being able to organize such an attractive and innovative event. I am very excited of sharing with you all such a special day. And please let me also congratulate you for your explanation about how the Eyee has faced the so many challenges this year has brought, and especially about your students' behavior for the last months.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Pablo. We are really looking forward to hearing your inspirational speech.
Thank you, Santiago. Hello, everyone. The first thing I wanted to do is, of course, to transmit you all my congratulations for your graduation. And I am sure it has been difficult during the last few months with everything that has happened. When Diego del Alcázar invited me to address you during this graduation ceremony, I would have never believed that we would be going to do it by video conference. Well, but this is life. Coronavirus is disrupting our lives, at least for a while. Of course, it will have, well, first of all, the main thing, of course, are the health consequences and all the people that have died or that have been ill during all these months. And it continues in a very significant way in many different countries around the world. But after that, there is no doubt that it will have very significant economic consequences. And this will mean for businesses and governments a lot of things to do: hard work, seriousness, perseverance, imagination. Well, there will not be magic solutions, there will not be easy solutions for the economic consequences that the coronavirus will bring, but we will all have to act in a very, very responsible way. And this is, of course, applicable to companies. This is, of course, applicable to governments. This is, of course, applicable to academic institutions such as the Eyee, and to all of us as individuals. And for sure, it will mark a before and after in our lives. And many things have changed. Recently, I was asked about how coronavirus has changed Inditex management style. And I was saying, well, that we need to make a difference, we need to distinguish between form and substance to answer that question. The form has changed radically, as you can imagine. We have had many video calls, many Teams meetings, Zoom meetings. We have not been able to travel. We have had to act with a lot of imagination. Just to give you a specific example, here in our headquarters in La Coruña, there are always, every day, a lot of models for the online pictures that we are taking, models, makeup, people taking care of makeup. Well, of course, all that was not possible, and then the online team, they decided, they were thinking, what can we do in order to continue having all these pictures? and what they decided to do was to send the clothes, to send the garments to the models' homes, and then it was the model himself or herself, or the couple of the model's couple, the one that was taking the picture. So a lot of imagination, a lot of different things that have changed in terms of the form, but I always say that the substance has not changed. For us, it continues being the most relevant thing, working as a team, the commitment, the flexibility, reacting all the time to the situation. We have had many meetings with our brand managers, with our country managers. Of course, our strategy has not changed. We have 3 strategic priorities for us, or 3 main elements in our strategy. The first one is what we call flexibility. This flexibility means a lot of things, means the ability to react during any particular season, means that we adapt to the situation, whatever it is. The second element of our strategy is what we call the fully integrated approach between stores and online. This is a key element of our strategy since several years ago. We began with this fully integrated approach in the year 2012, and it is becoming more and more relevant. Our customers are also integrated in the sense that most of our online customers are also store customers, and most of our store customers are becoming also online customers. So for us, this fully integrated approach between stores and online is absolutely an essential element of our strategy. And the third one is sustainability. We began with our first sustainability plan in the year 2006. It was from 2006 to 2010, and we have continued through we have continued developing different sustainability plans. And currently, in the last shareholders meeting in the month of July last year, we announced very important targets regarding every aspect of our business. Of course, the stores, of course, logistics, of course, the supply chain, and what is even more important, of course, our garments, our clothes, the raw materials, to be everything sustainable with a very strict calendar about when all this is going to happen. So these are the 3 pillars of our strategy: flexibility, fully integrated approach between stores and online, and sustainability. Well, and here you are in this special moment, in this uncertain world that we are facing in the coming months and years. But as I was saying at the beginning, congratulations. I'm sure you have worked very hard, and particularly in the last few months, also with a lot of changes, perhaps or most probably similar to what I was saying, a lot of changes in the form of doing things, but not so many changes in the substance in terms of your education at Eyee University. And I wanted also to transmit to you that for sure your first thoughts in this very special day that I have the privilege of sharing with you must be with your parents, with your teachers, with your colleagues, with your friends. Well, they have given you a lot, and now it's going to begin the time to give it back. Today, I wanted to share with you 5 thoughts. 5 thoughts coming from my experience that I think can be useful for you in your experience. And they are very simple ideas, but I think it's very relevant to have these thoughts in mind. The first one is that people are any organization's priority. This is extremely relevant. A company is a human team with shared objectives. And this is key. This is key in any company. This idea of motivating people, this idea of the culture of the company. Whenever you think about any new project, for example, in our company, the first thing you think about is, do we have the team to take care of this new project? This idea of people, of motivating, promoting people, generating a positive culture inside any particular company. This is absolutely key in any company. And of course, if I talk about Inditex, about our company, this is also absolutely key. We have a lot of characteristic elements about our culture: humbleness, entrepreneurial spirit, creativity, hard work, constructive criticism. This idea also of empowerment of people taking really the decisions. I can share with you that quite often I receive a phone call or a comment when I'm moving around the company that I like very much, because it's somebody that instead of asking for my authorization to take any particular decision, they call me sometimes to ask me, what do I think about this or that? Because the decision belongs to that person, and that person is the one that is going to take the decision. But he asks me to know my opinion. No? This is something I like very much, because this shows this idea of really empowerment of people taking the decision, which is absolutely key inside our company. And Santiago was mentioning at the beginning in the introduction some recognitions that I have had by Harvard Business Review or Forbes magazine, and I always say the same. I have the privilege of being the CEO of Inditex since the year 2005, and then executive chairman since the year 2011. But the reality is that all these recognitions, all these prizes are for the whole team, because I am the one who usually speaks in the name of the company. But if there is one company in the world that is the result of everybody's work, this company is Inditex. And something which is also very relevant for us is diversity. We have more than 150,000 people working for the company all across the world, and as you can imagine, and with the presence in so many markets, we have people from every origin, culture, race, religion, sexual orientation, whatever you could think about. And this diversity that we have inside of our company is one of the key strengths of our company. There is no doubt about that. When they ask me what is the most important competitive advantage inside our company, some people could say the business model, the logistics, the flexibility, but with a big difference, the most important thing is the people that we have inside the company. So this is my first thought about people that are the most important thing in any particular company, in any particular project. The second one is passion. Passion is key. It's key to be happy. It's key to have energy for nearly everything in life. And if you don't bring passion to what you do, you can be a very good professional, you can have a lot of knowledge, but you will never have a full professional life. And there is a big difference between the people who bring passion and the people who don't. And it's very important from every point of view. I will mention you about passion, something which is not exactly related to business, but show this passion and how passion changes everything. Inside our company, we have in our, what we could say, social programs. We have programs with very established organizations, but we also cooperate with with organizations created more recently. And I will mention to you two, which are very relevant for us. One is water.org, that was created by Matt Damon, the actor, and the other one is Every Mother Counts, that was created by Christy Turlington, the model. The first one is dedicated to bringing sanitation to Bangladesh and other countries, mainly in Asia. And the second one is dedicated to try to provide healthcare to women when they are giving birth, when they are having a child, because there are many women who die because of not having health assistance when they are having a child, depending on the different countries in the world. And you cannot imagine the level of passion that these two entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, are putting in what they are doing. And because of this passion, these organizations that are very young are becoming very relevant, and they are helping to thousands of people all across the world. So this idea of passion in what you do is absolutely essential. My third thought would be commitment. Commitment is very related to passion, but it means something more. When you commit, you are really putting everything that you have in what you are doing, and you are capable of anything. This idea of giving that little bit more, that plus of commitment. So it's acting with passion, but at the same time with a huge level of commitment. And this is something, as I was saying to you, that is also extraordinary. It's very, very relevant, this idea of feeling absolutely committed to what you are doing. Here, during the pandemic, we have seen this level of commitment in our teams inside our company all over the world. Of course, at the beginning in China, then all our Chinese teams working day and night when we were suffering in Europe and we were building a humanitarian corridor between China and Europe thanks to our logistics capacity. Then when we were able to access our stores to offer our product inside the store also to our online customers, or when we were beginning to reopen our stores, we have seen a so huge level of commitment all around the world in our teams that is something really, really, really unbelievable. But for me, commitment in what you do is absolutely essential. The fourth idea I wanted to share with you is the importance of continuing to listen. And this is extremely relevant. This has a lot to do with humbleness. This is the opposite of being arrogant. And this is extraordinary. This is something that, because there is always a risk, and particularly if you as a person or you as a company are successful, there is always this risk to become arrogant. And there are many examples in history about arrogance and what this means in terms of consequences. And here I would say that the Titanic gives us a lesson. No? This idea that they thought that the ship was invulnerable, this idea of invulnerability. In fact, they were saying that God himself could not sink the ship. And when James Cameron was asked, you know, the director of the movie Titanic, when he was asked about, in his opinion, which was what destroyed the Titanic, he was saying that it was not an iceberg alone, that it was also destroyed by a state of mind. He was saying by an unseen force that would ultimately lead to the era's downfall. And he was saying that this was arrogance. So arrogance is extremely risky for anything you do in life, for you as a person, but also when you think about a company. And the opposite, humbleness and leadership, uniting people with leadership, with charisma, with engagement, with generosity, I would say is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, for me, has always been an inspiration about how to lead and how to unite people with many very, very big differences into one common project. The fifth thought I wanted to share with you is excellence. And for me, this is also extremely relevant, to seek excellence in every aspect of your lives. And that is, for me, absolutely essential. I think the person that has talked, in my opinion, in the best way about excellence has been Aristotle. And when he was saying that when we think about excellence, he was saying we are what we repeatedly do. So excellence then is not an act, it is a habit. I think this is extremely, extremely relevant. And Aristotle was also thinking that, of course, the ultimate pursuit of human existence is happiness. And this happiness can only be achieved through excellence. And I would like to read you, before concluding my presentation, one mention that I like very much, and it is Viktor Frankl in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. In the prologue of the English edition, he was writing something that I think is very much applicable to what I'm talking about happiness, about excellence, about what should be your aim in your professional and personal life. And I would like to share this with you. And he was saying, Viktor Frankl, he was saying, don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you are going to miss it. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. I want you to listen to what your conscience commands you to do, and go on to carry it out to the best of your knowledge. Then you will live to see that in the long run, I say, success will follow you precisely because you had forgotten to think of it. I like this very, very much, because this idea that what you need to do is what your conscience commands you to do, and saying that in the long run, success will follow you because precisely you had forgotten to think of it. And what you need to focus is in doing the right thing, in listen to what your conscience commands you to do. I like this idea, and I think it's very difficult to express this in a better way than Viktor Frankl. Well, this is all from my side. Please never lose the hope, the excitement that you are feeling right now. My most sincere congratulations, and of course, all the best for the future. You will have many opportunities, having studied in a so prestigious university as Eyee. You will have many opportunities in the future. And don't forget, if you think it's useful for you, about these 5 ideas I was talking about. People is the most important thing in any organization. Passion, commitment, humbleness, and being open to listen, and excellence. These 5 ideas, as I was saying to you at the beginning, they have been, for me, quite important during my experience, and I hope it has been also of interest for you. Many thanks, and my most sincere congratulations.
Thank you so much for your speech, Pablo. It has been so inspiring to hear you both about your personal perspectives, as well as to learn about Inditex challenges. Your speech will remain in our hearts and our minds forever. And now it's my pleasure to share with you the Eyee University Anthem, which has been composed and will be sung by our Eyee University students. I'm sure you will like it.
We are all one, together at last. We're all connected, near or far. When you're feeling nameless and your tears dry on your cheek, I will light you with my warmness. I won't leave you when you're awake. This holds you down, and friends are far apart. Like a bridge over the letdown, near or far, here we are. Let's grab our hands in this liquid world, sing this song all around the globe. Let us rock our love all at home. Sing till everybody feels our song. We are all one,
Wow, what an amazing anthem from Eyee University we've just heard. It's wonderful to see the possibilities that we have virtually and at this year's graduation. It's a pleasure to have with us this year Margarita Liamcauco to present the finalist and winner of the Eyee Entrepreneurship Award for the graduate schools. Margarita is an alumnus of the January 2019 intake of the International MBA. She is the winner of the 2019 Venture Lab project and the current co-founder of the startup Mamu. Welcome, Margarita. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you, Marie, for your words. Our startup Mamu collects the byproduct of breweries and uses it as a raw material to produce fresh mushrooms. Of all the fancy titles that I aspired for after my MBA, Mushroom Lady just never came to mind. I don't know why. There are a lot of interesting emotions that come with receiving random pictures of mushrooms, but I think the most consistent and the most lasting feeling is gratitude. Every day I get to wake up, believe it or not, still at 8 a.m., and wonder, what now? What can I do to move us even just a tiny inch forward? And some days that means spending hours researching the health properties of mushrooms. And sometimes I'm planning happy hour because I truly believe that there's a correlation with the success of startup founders and their success in playing board games. A lot of you are probably wondering, isn't it scary, demotivating, exhausting to do this full time? Well, 200% yeah. Especially, we didn't account for a global pandemic in our business plan. However, you also learn that the fear quickly disappears once you start that incredible pitch, that the sleepless nights are worth it after you receive your first grant, and that even if there are 10 things demotivating you, you usually only need one to keep going. I'm very grateful to have my family, my team, and most of all, my faith that assures me that even if I have no idea what I'm doing, God does. And in this way, being an entrepreneur is much like living life. I think this year we were all reminded that we just can't get too comfortable because the only thing constant in life is change. So, before you go out there into a world that is changing dramatically, politically, socially, and economically, take a pause, take a deep breath, and look back at your past year. Even if it was in the comforts of Madrid, you stepped out of your comfort zone. You set aside your preferences to be a part of a team. And most of all, you brought your ideas to life. So whatever you decide to do after your MBA, be an employee or an entrepreneur, I hope you take this courage, this humility, and this resilience to embrace change, and most of all, leave with gratitude. So, just a pro tip, whatever you plan to do, I hope you're ready to have 200 photos of it in your photo album. Congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations to all of you who participated in Venture Lab. Guess what? The world is ripe for change, and the only question is, who of you are ready for a bigger audience? And now, it's my pleasure to announce the finalists. And our first startup is Sonke. On behalf of the project, we have Ebenezer Dejon. Ecowila, and on the behalf of the project, we have Alessandra Casiraghi. Wellness Way, on behalf of the project, we have a Monica Hirot. Dome, on behalf of the project, we have a Samuel Bailes. Wetu Buipal, on behalf of the project, we have an Antonio Mejide. Crystal Academy, on behalf of the project, we have a Yatish Agarwal. Strive, on behalf of the project, we have a Lina Lawrence. Coolbox, on behalf of the project, we have Omotola Olaide Famakinwa. My Card, on behalf of the project, we have Abhishek Jain. Becca Beauty, on behalf of the project, we have a Leslie White. And the winner for the Eyee Entrepreneurship Award for the graduated schools is Abhishek Jain from My Card. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please go ahead. You want to share a few words?
Yeah, we're excited. The entire team has been working on this, and I think Eyee has really been encouraging us to pursue our entrepreneurial ambitions. And it's truly committed to innovation, disruption, and entrepreneurship. And thanks Eyee for everything.
Fantastic. Congratulations again to you, Abhishek, and all the best to you and to all our teams. And again, thank you, everyone. It was my pleasure to be here. I hope you continue to stay encouraged, to keep innovating, and always believe in your ideas. Thank you so much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Margarita, for hosting the Eyee Entrepreneurship Award for the graduate schools, and congratulations to the winner of the award, My Card. Now, I'd like to introduce to you Mosiri Cabezas. She is the CDO of IKEA Spain and alumnus of Eyee University, and she will be giving the address today as former student of Eyee. Welcome, Mosiri.
Thanks, Marie, for the welcoming. I stand before you today because I am one of you. I hope I can share my perspective and hopefully offer you my insight for the future, which I know I needed most when I was in your shoes, ready to officially graduate. I have learned that one of the most important things in life is to be grateful. Being grateful for the opportunities and at the same time seizing them. Being grateful for the total knowledge that you have acquired and for the lifetime bonds that you have made with your new Eyee family. You now enter a larger Eyee family, the Eyee alumni community. Please don't disregard this treasure. Stand on the shoulder of those who had been in your same position before. Listen to them and hold their wisdom, sanity, and a tremendously unique and diverse vision. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Bilbao, where I studied engineer, and after 3 years of hard work, I have to quit. It felt like a complete failure at that time, and I was completely lost and a little bit desperate. My mom trusted me, held me, and encouraged me to look beyond. Life is long. To see failure as a learning opportunity. An opportunity to learn more about my true self and to start again. And so I did. I finally finished my degree in economics. I was granted an Erasmus scholarship, and when I finished, I applied for a job in Telefonica. Just 5 months later, I entered the beautiful Gran Via building to start a journey that I was not planning of more than 20 years. And I am so grateful for what I learned, from what I live, and for how I breathe technology there. 5 years ago, I realized that I needed more. I realized that in order to be fully fulfilled, my heart, my soul, and my brain, my emotional and my functional side needed to be balanced and aligned with my values. In all of this process, I discovered that in order to write, in order to create, in order to teach and to shape my opinion, it is necessary to read. It is necessary to non-stop study and always stay curious. Never stop questioning and creating your own thoughts, please. They will guide you to the right path, or at least steer you away from the wrong ones. All of this brought me here today, both the decisions that I took and the ones that I didn't, making sure always that everything felt right, making sure it matched with my own truth. Today, I am just a proud mother, and I am humbled to have an amazing job that allows me to contribute to change the world by building a better everyday life for the many people in IKEA. To come this far, I needed to fail, I needed to reflect, and I needed to search within, to accept and love everything that makes me Mosiri, different, unique. Life takes unexpected turns, and sometimes you thrive, and sometimes you crash. But in these complex times, please remain calm, stop, breathe, think, and sketch out your dreams and expectations. In essence, stay true to yourselves, and please never give up. As Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA, used to say, a glorious future to all of you. And of course, welcome to the Eyee alumni community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mosiri, for your words of encouragement and inspiration, and for the symphony that gave an amazing touch to your speech. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the naming of the graduates, a special surprise, and, of course, a message from your dean, your champion for success. Allow me to introduce Dean Martin Boehm.
Thank you very much, Marie, for your kind words. Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it, and it clearly wasn't easy. If finishing a degree under normal circumstances is impressive, then what you just did deserves another word. Amazing. John Lennon famously sang that life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. I think we can all agree that these past few months testify to that reality. The coronavirus pandemic swept through the world right as you were at the threshold to a new stage. Just as you prepared to launch out, the world required you to stay in. As you planned what to do next, unprecedented uncertainty forced you to focus on the moment. It's possible the future is more unpredictable for your generation than any generation in decades. I know you are up to the challenge. You are the most educated and technology-adept generation in history. The pandemic reminded us to focus on our priorities. Collectively, we honed in on the significant. Families spent time together. Friends checked on each other. Individuals earmarked time for exercising, reading, or simply relaxing. Companies reassessed core activity. And Eyee Business School applied its world-renowned expertise to move 5,000 students from 125 countries to exclusively online classrooms overnight. It was an extraordinary task. It certainly was trying at times, watching your professors adapt to Zoom, but we did it, you did it, and Eyee did it. In fact, Bloomberg Businessweek named Eyee Business School one of the institutions that best prepares its graduates for the post-COVID world, thanks to our hallmarks of creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Every generation has defining moments. World War II, 9/11, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Arab Spring, and countless others. For your generation, it will probably be the coronavirus pandemic. These past few months have changed the world. One of the core values at Eyee is our entrepreneurial spirit, so I know you've learned that every crisis presents an opportunity. Let's not let a good challenge go to waste. I encourage you not to look at these past few months as an annoying time or as a scary crisis, but as the challenge that catapulted you to the next level. Clearly, the world has moved online, and you are uniquely equipped, I dare say privileged, to lead the path forward. Leaders will conduct business differently now, using online platforms when possible. Your education makes you better prepared than most, having already mastered your digital capabilities on assignments and final projects. When potential employers ask how you spent the past year, your answers will demonstrate an attractive and fluid ease with the new normal, thanks to your classroom experience. Of course, you don't have to mention how you mistakenly messaged, "That's crazy, babe," in the Zoom chat to the entire class instead of the friends you were chatting on the side with. And you probably might leave out how much time was spent with, "Am I sharing my screen? Can you all see it?" For those of you finishing your bachelor's degree, you may be leaving behind Segovia and your snacks at the cave, or is it all those nights at Irish that you'll miss most? But you take with you so many friendships and the confidence that came not only from your real-world education, but the phenomenal experience of representing Eyee in international business competitions in Canada, the US, Norway, and Mexico. Not to mention Eyee Business School's first ever Global Business Challenge. I must say, the Global Executive MBAs proved particularly versed at navigating trouble spots. Wildfires in California and Australia, and sprinting out of Sao Paulo just 2 days early to avoid lockdown in Brazil. They also set a high bar for adaptability in the opening weeks when Yoav, Aaron, and Mahmoud moved the dinner hour to accommodate Ramadan fasting times. And then classmates joined in for the remaining 2 weeks so that everyone could enjoy the time together. That camaraderie, diversity, and openness brings me to another important takeaway from these months in confinement and your time at Eyee. In many ways, the worldwide health crisis had made us stronger because our personal ties emerged as the glue that holds us and our lives together. We remembered that happiness is hugging a grandparent, hanging out with a friend, or sharing a live moment with a classmate. By the way, talking of live moments, a special congratulations to Section S4 of our International MBA for their record-breaking 5 new babies this year. This is certainly the most fertile class ever at Eyee. You didn't get to this day all on your own. It wouldn't be possible without support from your parents, friends, and professors. Remember to thank them. They share your success. Be humble. No one does it all alone. Think back to all those who have lifted your spirit in moments of doubt or given you a nudge to try something new. Anything great occurs thanks to the help of others. I hence urge you to respect the people in your life. They help you be the most you can be. Even beyond our inner circle of personal connections, as a society, we saw that everyone matters. Our lives, our destinies are clearly interconnected. From the guy who delivers you Amazon packages to the people who share your home, to your classmates who are dispersed throughout the globe. No matter where you are, we've all gone through this together. Your inner circle now expands. As a graduate of Eyee Business School, you join an expansive international network of successful alumni. We all must nurture the web of connections that is the Eyee Business School community. It is more important than ever not just to further your career, though that it is crucial, but because we know that personal connections inspire us and lend meaning to our lives. A vast array of alumni-focused events await you. I demand your involvement. Your alma mater needs you. You are citizens of the world, expected to better the world we live in through your decisions and actions. Be ambitious. Reach for goals that seem like a stretch. Choose causes that impact the great issues of our time. You are the bright minds of the future, entrusted with solving current problems. So please, make a difference. Seek ways to lead with generosity, innovate with kindness, invest social responsibility. Each of you sits on the threshold of this next stage. It is a stage that opens a world of opportunities of how to succeed. Cherish the values you have lived here at Eyee and the powerful network that is the Eyee community. Wherever you go, we go with you. You are Eyee and Eyee is you. You are the pride of Eyee. The entire Eyee community joins me in celebrating all you have done during your time with us and all you are yet to do. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020. And now I present to all of you Casilda Hevia.
Hello, everyone. So, dear class, congratulations. You have finally made it. I know at times it seemed impossible, but this shows a testament to all the hard work that you've been putting. You are the great class of 2020. And now let's just take a really brief trip down memory lane of what your past 18 months have been like. So once upon a time, back in October 2018, it was your first day back at school. A group of 75 students made up of 41 different nationalities that resided in 33 different countries, and with an average age of 30 years old and an average of 7 years work experience, traveled to Madrid to start their MBA journey. Trying to make their best impressions, you all dressed up to impress, putting on your finest suits and ready to start this journey here at Eyee Business School. But let's be honest, your first day didn't actually look like this. It looks more like this. So this is what you actually look like. And this is when you started getting to know each other, ice-breaking, making movies, and starting working on what would be the start of your MBA program. And although many of you thought the networking events would kind of consist of coffee and sandwiches in Aula Magna or other MN31 building, it actually ended up looking more like this. So you quickly swapped Aula Magna for the different rooftops and bars across Madrid, and you decided to swap the coffee for some alcoholic beverages, as well as making the timings late into the night, or for some, early into the morning. And of course, it was your first residential week, had the whole opportunity to work amongst each other. So there were various workshops where you got to interact and get to know your teams for the first time, as well as your different classmates. Or you made new friends, such as our robotic friend in the right. You also got to visit the WOW room. But although we started with a bang the first residential period, it wasn't enough for this group, and you all soon decided to embark on the Global Immersion Week in July 2019. Some of you went to Tel Aviv in Israel and Jerusalem, and you started making more memories, connecting further with each other, getting to know other students in other executive MBA programs, as well as traveling amongst your peers. Others decided to go to San Francisco. They also started making long-line friendships where they connected with other people and attended great meetings organized here by Eyee. And finally, but not least, there was a wild adventurous small group of people that decided to go to Shanghai in Asia. So what happened? You guys all went, you had very important memories. For example, some of you were pregnant at the same time. You made endless dinners. You had travels throughout the globe. You took part in workshops and different classes, and you had constant Zoom calls about group works. This helped you make lasting friendships that will last you for the entire life. And I really hope that you cherish this as one of the biggest parts of the program that has to offer, the people that you meet. So what are your key takeaways? Knowledge was gained. You polished your managerial skills. You learned from each other. And most importantly, you learned the importance of teamwork by learning amongst your peers and from the great team of professors that we have here at the school. But let's be honest, this is kind of a recap of what was good at the MBA, but we know that not everything was. So it wasn't really a piece of cake or a walk in the park, and there were many days that you were extremely stressed with exams or deadlines. and your batteries were low, juggling personal lives, work-related duties, as well as your academic program. And once you were done, your mountains of reading seemed to get much bigger every day. And let's be honest, although you probably all like each other a lot, groups didn't always look like this. And there were actually many times that you became irritated with your own peers and just wanted to finish the assignment as soon as possible. And when you were all looking forward to finishing your MBA and partying in Madrid here, sadly, coronavirus erupted. And this global pandemic forced to cancel your face-to-face period. And it kind of, you really thought nothing else could go wrong. So this was really sad. But what happened, instead of celebrating in Madrid as you had probably anticipated it would be like, something like this, a massive rave, it actually ended up looking more like this, connecting through different platforms and celebrating with different alcoholic drinks after finishing your final exam that was done online. But what are the perks of having an online MBA? Is not only that you get to be at home with your families whilst you study and keep your jobs, but also, fascinatingly, you can be in two places at the same time. For example, let's look at this video.
Mariella, can you explain your answer? Can you open your mic and tell us what you're thinking?
A few moments later.
Serious, Mariella? Okay, there's the benefit of online learning.
So one of the perks of online learning is obviously being at two places at once, but also let's go to some statistics of what you looked past during the last 18 months of your MBA program. So amongst the three sections, you learned from 40 different professors and experts. You read over 74 business cases, an immense number of technical notes and article chapters. You participated in 130 video conferences, including these past workshops that you have been doing in Zoom, and it was a total of 11,700 minutes. You survived, because you have to say the word survived, 64 forums, averaging 495 posts per student, and a total of 34,261 posts. But who posted the most? Well, let's take a look and see who were the three people that posted the most in the forums, making it very interesting for the rest of the class to follow. With 600 posts, with 689 posts, and our clear winner, this is Sona with 624 posts. A fun data to think about this is all members of the O2 section and also all female members. So I think it's clear who were the forum queens of this September 2018 intake. And now I want to give Pat to our guest nominee speaker, Andrew Hunting, who will be representing section 1 and giving a trip down memory lane of what the MBA has been for him and for his entire section. Andrew, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Casilda. For a moment, I ask you to detach from your respective realities. Just for a moment, I want you to imagine that we have the ability to stop time. Imagine that. Imagine being able to stop time at your child's first birthday, at your wedding day, the day of finishing our final exam. In the time that we have committed to this MBA, one could have built 3/4 of the Eiffel Tower, painted everything above the shoulders of the Mona Lisa, or restored a single window at La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. Instead of these feats, we have chosen to commit our time to our study, to our knowledge, and to developing each other. But this time is not free. This time has now passed as we have selfishly sacrificed ours and others' lives for the intended pursuit of the betterment of our future. We must now catch up what we have foregone. We must strive for the reasons that we first committed to this MBA, that job promotion, that job change, that self-fulfillment, that startup, that additional knowledge that we once strived for. We owe the pursuit and achievement of these successes, not just to ourselves, but to the people that supported us through this journey. We remember waiting for Adobe to reload during Saturday morning classes, or struggling to make sense of one's own sentence on the 5th post late on a Thursday night. It has often felt like time was dragging. This time has been hard. But from today, this time becomes ours once more. Now more than ever, we cannot allow time to run away from us. In this period of isolation, distancing, and lack of normality, it can be easy to discount the value and irreplaceability of time. We see memes on social media suggesting that 2020 is gone and for 2021 to give us a fresh start. However, to this, I say no, as this time belongs to us. It is in these times of chaos that we must seek opportunity to create time. By enriching our lives with what is important, we fulfill more units of time. Through yoga, meditation, exercise, more study, less study, drinking, dancing, or simply sitting with someone, we must use this time to the fullest. The greatest gift that you can give someone is your time. Because when you give time, you are giving a portion of your life that you will never get back. Unlike most others, this graduating class has proven that life and personal development can be achieved at the same time. We have proven the ability to run 2 or 3 clocks simultaneously. This exceptional gift is not to be overlooked. The onus is now on you to determine what you will do with these extra clocks, this extra time. One thing is for certain, these clocks are not to be wasted. You may not have the time to change the world, but you now have the permission and the obligation to change the world and the world of those around you. It is now time to restart your respective realities. It is now our time to shine. Class of 2020, your time starts now. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Andrew. What an incredible speech from our O1 representative. And now I want to give floor to our next representative for section 2, Richard. Please open your mic and provide us with your 3-minute presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Casilda, and good afternoon, everybody. In South Africa, where I'm very privileged to come from, we have a native word that goes as follows: Ubuntu. A person is a person through other people. I am because of you, and you are because of me. And it is only through this understanding that we can have a shared humanity. What this notion of Ubuntu means is that everything exists in relation to the other, and we are only as great or as weak as the other. And as this relates to a group of 22 individuals who came together, rather a group of individuals together 22 months ago, I think it seems fair to say that our section and this broader global MBA class is a truly exceptional and open-hearted group of people. The journey of this global MBA has yielded tremendous acquisition of knowledge, concepts, methods, case studies, frameworks, processes, all of which will undoubtedly help us to become better business people. Yet I feel that the real learning is in fact on how to be a better human being. Together, we have learned to deal with uncertainty. We've learned how to channel our tensions towards resolve. We've learned that creativity and innovation can happen anywhere, amongst any group of people who are simply willing to open their minds and to listen. We came to understand that this journey, much like the journey of life, it's not a competition, but rather the journey of 1,000 miles that begins with this single step and is made all the more richer by the people who walked with you on the road with it. We learned that no matter how long this road may have felt, companionship and character were the only things that really mattered in the end. Our section's journey, our journey together, provided a living example of a better world we all know is possible. Each individual played a role far greater than the sum of their parts, choosing to be conduits for a more powerful frequency to emerge. A frequency in which humanity could and should seek to exist. Open-minded, innovative, multifaceted, multicultural, hardworking, disciplined, light-hearted, playful, humorous, compassionate, kind, human. Regardless of our views, our history, our predispositions, our Hofstede's cultural dimensions, each one of us harnessed the rich opportunities for learning and perspective provided by every single interaction. Humanity can and should exist in this frequency of collaboration, creativity, and kinship. Because now, more than ever, with government's changes, it's going to take lateral thinking, deep creativity, heart, and this very same shared humanity to assist in the emergence of a new normal in the world. And this class has been a microcosm of that very thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Richard. What a lovely presentation, a very true testament of what your intake has been experiencing with this worldwide pandemic. And now, last but not least, I want to give floor to Florence, who will be representing Section 3, the Americas section, the afternoon class. And I want to open the floor to her for her presentation. Thank you, Florence. The floor is yours.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Casilda. Well, I'm so proud to represent Section 3 today on our graduation day. So to my classmates, I want to take you on a quick time machine trip back to our first day of our MBA program. Do you remember when we became overnight movie stars? For those that don't know, our ice-breaking activity on the first day was to film a short movie inspired by a classic, complete with costumes and questionable makeup. And I remember I was so nervous that day, but it was just such an awesome experience to kind of break the ice and get to know each other and really build a great foundation for our MBA. Fast forward to today, and now we're in our last day of the MBA together. And what a journey it has been. And I want to encourage each of you to reflect on, just in the movie of your life, what has the MBA meant to you? So maybe for some of us, it was a founding story, the start of something new, a new venture. For others, maybe there was a plot twist, a relocation to a new country, a new assignment. And for others, maybe it was more of a comeback story, overcoming a new challenge, proving yourself. All of our stories brought us to Eyee, and for that, I'm truly grateful. But we would not have gotten here without a strong set of supporting actors and crew who helped us along the way. So a couple thank yous here. Thank you to our program staff and our professors for delivering a program that was recently ranked 3rd in the world for entrepreneurship by Bloomberg. This one's really important. Thank you to our friends, our family, and our children for granting us the patience and flexibility to dedicate a full 75 weekends to homework and classes and meetings. Today is as much of a celebration of you guys as it is for us. And lastly, most importantly, thank you so much to my Section 3 colleagues. It's been an absolute pleasure. A couple quick anecdotes here. Shout out to Mariella for showing the full flexibility of an online program by attending a bachelorette party while also attending class, as you saw earlier. Shout out to my friend Sergio, who never quite figured out his microphone despite being in an 18-month-long remote program. And lastly, thank you so much to the groups that I've been a part of. I know that I made some really strong bonds with my peers as we worked on assignments and projects in our final exam. It truly was the highlight of the program. So to wrap things up here, just thank you guys so much. To Section 3, keep conquering your fears. Stay strong, stay safe, stay in touch. Congratulations, best of luck.
Thank you very much, Florence, for a great speech. So that was a trip down memory lane for each of the different sections, being a big class of 69 students, which are actually the number of people that will be graduating from this original intake. Each section has their own peculiarities, so we felt it was only appropriate to have a representative from each one of them, so you could all see one of your peers delivering the speech of what your journey has been like for the past 18 months. And now, and not least, I just want to say a quick congratulations, not to all of you, of course, for all the hard work that you have been put for the past 18 months, but also to the top 10% of the class who have made it to the Dean's List. We also have the top 20% of the Beta Gamma Sigma. Congratulations, the hard work has paid off, and you have been selected as the top 10% of your intake. Congratulations. But also, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but usually we have a best student at Eyee. And for this global September 2018 intake, the person has been ranked #1 is Alexander Heyman. Congratulations, Alex. It really shows a testament of all the hard work that you've done throughout this past 18 months. I know that you have been an exemplary student, not only from your professors and from your previous program director, but also from your peers. So thank you and congratulations again. And a final thank you to your class reps and ethic reps. Let's be honest, we all put a lot of work for the program to work, but without them, this wouldn't have been possible. And why? The main reason is because you're all scattered across different countries, different time zones, and everybody has a lot going on. So thanks to them, we were able to canalize information, to express how you were feeling throughout the program, and to be able to have more of that personal touch that sometimes is hard to achieve in an online MBA program. Thank you very much, Nada, Matt, Florence, Martin, and Alex for being great class reps for this intake. And of course, also a massive thank you to your ethic reps. I don't think you've had as much work as your class reps, but a lot of thank yous for all the work that you have put throughout these 18 months. And finally, we also had some recognition awards. Being the best students like Alex, it's great, but there's also many other awards that you probably get from getting to know each other from these past 18 months. And as you know, a few weeks ago, we sent out us early so that you could all vote in the most innovative, the best team player, and other students that you have. So I want to announce some of the finalists that have earned these recognition awards that will be actually mailed with you with your transcript diplomas. So, congratulations to the most innovative students, Serai, Alexander Lay, and Alexander Heyman. You have been voted amongst your sections as the most innovative. Also, Danielle, Matt, and Flores, congratulations for being voted as the best team players. And the final but not least is the savviest networkers. This was probably the hardest one for people to achieve a quorum. So we have Falayami for section 1, section 2, Sarah, Ahmed, Matt, and section 3, Marco and Daniel as the savviest networkers for this September 2018 intake. And a really quick thank you, not only to you who have put a lot of work, but I'm sure you all want to thank someone who has been special in your family or a loved one that has supported you, as Florence was saying, throughout this long journey that has been the MBA program. This will be also mailed to you with your transcripts, and it's half a global MBA for you to deliver to the person that you feel has been there assisting you throughout these past 18 months. And it's really a testament that without their support, you probably wouldn't be here today. So this will be mailed to you, and you can deliver it to the person who you feel has supported you most for this past 18 months. And finally, I want to actually put on a video that has been organized by the class of the 01 section about what your week has probably looked like for these past 18 months from Sunday to Sunday every single day. So let's just really quickly take a look at this video that they have prepared that is very representative of not only section 1, but every single person that has studied this online MBA program.
Come on, man.
Niggas wanna hate on us, niggas be envious. I know why they hating on us, cause the sky so fabulous. I'ma be real on us, nobody got nothing on us. Girls be all on us, from London back down to the US. We rockin', that's contagious, monkey business outrageous. Just confess your girl admits that we the shit. F-R-E-S-H, we fresh, G-E-F, that's right, we different. We definite, B-E-P, we reppin' it. So, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. Come on, baby, just pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Inside. Inside. Yo, yo. Turn up the radio. Blast your stereo right now. This joint is sizzling. It's sizzling right. You check this out right here. Do wanna hate on us, do need to ease on up. Do wanna act on gut, but do get shut like Flavor Chuck. Chick say she ain't down, but chick backstage when we in town. She like men on drum. She wanna hit and run. Yeah, that's the speed, that's what we do, that's who we be. B-L-A-C-K-E-Y-A-D-D to the E, then the A to the S. When we play, you shake your ass. Shake it, girl. Make sure you don't break it, girl. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Come on, baby, just pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Inside. Inside. Yo, yo. Turn up the radio. Blast your stereo right now. This joint is sizzling. It's sizzling right. Damn. 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 Finna feel like feels live and direct, rocking the scene. Breaking on down for the B-boys and B-girls, we're in it, do they thing. Pump it, louder, come on, don't stop, and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it. Come on, baby, do it. On the stereo, let the speakers blow your mind. Blow my mind, baby. Let it go, here we go. Let that keep that come on, yeah.
And before we say goodbye, I just want to open the floor to a special person that started with you and accompanied you with most of half of your MBA program. So right now, I just want to give the floor to Ivana Valemaric, who's here with us to provide you with a few final words before we say our goodbyes. And remember, we hope to see you soon in Madrid, and best of luck. Please do keep in touch. Ivana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Casilda. You guys make it difficult for me to say something because this video was just wow. Congratulations. You made it. I just wanted to stop by and say thank you for being such an amazing group of people. Thank you for all the wonderful memories you leave us. Don't forget you created a wonderful patchwork blanket. Each and every piece there is by one of you. It's going to warm up your heart and soul and mind as long as you want, because that is what you take away from this global MBA. I was very happy to be part of it. Thank you and congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you, Ivana. Well, congratulations, class of 2020. You have definitely made it, and we hope to see you soon in Madrid. Thank you so much.
We started 2020 ready to conquer the world, but no one expected what came later. Any sense of security or certainty was thrown out the window. Yet, here we are, at Eyee's first virtual graduation. We survived, but looking back now, we did so much more than just that. We thrived. We are the class of 2020. We're the innovators, the disruptors, the change makers. We are the lucky ones. And I say that because we have the opportunity to use the disorder and chaos of COVID to reshape the world around us and redefine the new global landscape. One that is just and kind. We will shine together like the different faces of a polished diamond. When you think about it, diamonds aren't valuable because they sparkle in the light. It's because underneath the weight and the pressure of hardships, they become strong. Today, I wear this graduation gown for you, for all of us watching this at home, as a symbol of resilience, change, and celebration. During the lockdown period, it was precisely our Eyee community who gave me hope. We rallied. We were there for each other. I realized that amidst the isolation, I was never alone. We are bonded together by this experience, and I don't know that any other school could have brought together such an eclectic set of misfits, but I'm glad we're here now. Eyee was able to embody change and give us the tools and connections to adapt together because we are one. We are resilient. We are the graduating class of 2020, and we made it. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our graduates and to our nominees and winners of the Best Professor and the Best Student Awards. And of course, a special thank you to you, our deans. Though tomorrow may not seem so clear, and the world we knew yesterday may never be the same again, recall what you have accomplished during your studies, and in particular, in the last 4 months, and how you have been able to make those challenges and get here to where we are today. And though you may waver and think this may be a very difficult road ahead, remember to lean on your alma mater and the Eyee community that you have built over numerous months. The most resilient and courageous leader, Nelson Mandela, once said, "Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let that greatness blossom, and let it start from today." Many congratulations and enhorabuena to this graduating class of 2020. Now wait a minute, hold on. The graduation does not end here. Please stay tuned for a series of exciting activities this afternoon. For our gamers, don't miss the chance to compete in the Fortnite final tournament. And for those of you who love cracking a case with an interesting twist, join the Escape Room Challenge. And if you feel the urge to whip up something exciting for a celebratory meal this evening, stay tuned for a special cooking class with top chef Danny Garcia. And for me, a night is never complete without some music and dancing. So tune in later from your very own living room and dance the night away with renowned DJ Steve Aoki. And finally, it's time for us to say farewell and goodbye. And we will close this event with the Gaudeamus Igitur and the Hymn of Spain. Thank you so much, and good evening.
your hand together. Thank you for this. Come on.